Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Um, all right. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Is that I had to go through a different way to connect to Zoom. That's why I'm asking that. All right, folks. I hope
Well,
you
if
guys
I can't see it or hear you,
are, huh?
I will tell you if I can't see it or hear you.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, everyone. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday today. But that did not stop the markets, as you can see from the summary that I'm going to give you. There was trading today, and of course, we love trading. We hope that they had trading on holidays as well. But that's just my opinion. Um, you can see it was kind of green across the board, except for the VIX volatility. It wasn't too bad. I've seen worse, but it didn't move substantially a lot based on the percentage points you can see here. However, like I said, everything was green. Green Dow 0.47%, S&P 0.77, Nasdaq 0.87, and Russell 2000.64%. So yeah, as typical, based on patterns that we've noticed, usually Mondays are green days. For tomorrow, things are looking green as well, except for oil. It's kind of dramatic right now. So if you were in oil overnight and you had a put or you were shorting it, you're already making some big bucks. Um, you can see things are still pretty flat, but it's looking green. So good luck tomorrow, everyone, and then let's get this party going. So let's look at the top five winners and losers, and then some of our favorite stocks. Piton, this was extra today, so this may be a potential short for somebody who has some money and would like to short a Peloton because this was excessive. It has their earnings coming in 17 days,
I
Halloween.
can't see your Tradestation screen.
Oh, you can't see it. Okay, hold on a second. Give me a moment, please. Okay, one moment, please. Okay, there you go. Can you see it now? Okay, so Peloton, 13.44%. Like I said, this is a good opportunity, but you may want to look at the graph and see if it has potential to go even further. So it's Kaka, but you if you planning, you can do like a basic, and it's still going. So I'm in this, but that was from a long time ago. Still have a few shares, and I remembered that right now.
Can
But
we see that on the daily for Piton?
yes, ma'am.
Just to see
See,
how much over five is gone.
it's up here, so you can see
Can you
this is
zoom in a little bit?
this is very extra, extra. It could even get up here to six, which I think it will. Could even potentially get to seven. Um, and yeah, I think it's a good one for those folks out there who has a few pesos, want to play with this. It's a good short because it's going to go down. It's going to go down uh, at some point. This thing is not going to be making any money. But the powers that be
Please
could,
understand you have to be willing to wait.
yes, and also the powers that be could do a trick and squeeze it up as well. So, and you can see Piton and Coin were the winners because these companies are not fundamentally sound. When you have something like this, there's something iffy. You should question it, and it's not good. Airlines look like they did good. Dallas, ASML, the chips were really good today. Um, Open, you can see this is another stock that doesn't do very well. NVDA, let's take a look at that. That's one of our favoritos. You can see it did awesome. Um, it's on a daily, it made a hanger. So, and it's really high. This could potentially go down. I think this is a good short, and it's also here at some resistance level. So I would put this on the notes for a potential short for tomorrow, uh, NVDA, because it's really far from the averages. It's here already, and this is a hanger, which kind of indicates that it has to move down at some point.
Can you define what a hanger is?
It's a signal for um, it's the opposite of the opposite. It's a bearish sign. This is a bearish sign when you see this. So the prices should be pushed down. You can see that it went up, but they pushed it back down. So this is a signal.
Um,
This
so
is the
you're
sig
saying, I'm just trying to understand myself. What do you call this, a hanger?
a
You're
hanger.
saying a hanger, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's when are you going back to the daily that we were looking at?
Yes, I'm just also flip flopping
Okay. Is there a hanger here?
right here
Where? I can't see. Oh,
today.
okay. So you're saying it's when you have a wick in the up direction, that's a hanger?
Yes, and then it was pushed back down.
And we can see that it was pushed back down on the minute chart.
Hmm.
If you want to go to that.
Yes, ma'am. It went up and then it went back down, stabilized, but it could potentially keep going back down, especially if it's far away from the mean. This is a good signal that is telling you, hey, things are could potentially turn around and get going down. Now, I could be wrong because sometimes they do. It could continue, but from the training that I got, when you see this on the daily and it's far away from the mean, it's a strategy for a put or aka a short.
And
Hello, I couldn't hear you.
can you define your average move? What's the average day or your average move line? You got one, two, three, four. I'm assuming one's a 50 day, one's a 200 day. What are the other two?
This is 200, 100, 40, and 20.
Okay. 200, 100, 40, and 20. All
Hmm.
right.
So that's that. That's for the notes for people who are interested and want to take a risk. It's a strategy that the professor likes to do. Apple, um, it's been marching along up every day from this little area right here. About 5 days ago, it's been pushing up. I think it's going to continue. The SPY was very strong today, and the Qs is within. It's not far too far from the means, but here, if it dips down a little bit, here again, I think it's a good buying opportunity, at least short term. And let's take a look at the minute Apple, and you can see it was just very, very strong today. Kind of if you got it in the pre market down here and got out in the first 30 minutes from here to here, fabulous. You had another opportunity to kind of short over here. And if you got it at this level around 11 o'clock, another fabulous opportunity. But from here to here, you can see it's even from here to here, it's just been going up, even though it had that negation um, as well. It just picked back up. Okay, so that's NVDA, that's Apple. Wayfair, no commentary. Fresh Pet, not commentary, but I'm curious to see the price, 144.14 on the daily. I used to have this. This brings a good learning experience for anybody. Basically, I had gotten this in the where I thought that it would never get this far. And you can see I was completely wrong. And we didn't believe in this company, but obviously it has, even though it's losing money, the powers that be believe in this. Now it's not losing any money. Are just pushing it now. It lost money again, not too much. It made money. and it's been now it's it lost money. It's been the powers that be are pushing it up. So don't go against the powers that be, and just keep it moving. Even if you have a gut feeling that it will potentially, you know, go down, you want to try to get it at the top and see if you wanted to short this at some point. But at the moment, you can see it's trying to get back to all-time highs. So when it gets to all-time highs, that's when you can say, hey, I'll take a chance. And around 188 or 200, that's when you can short it. But I wouldn't put money on it. I would still use a contract. McDonald's, look at this, 309.63. There you go. Boom, there it is. Again, the powers that be said, I don't care if we're losing money. McDonald's is just going to make money anyways, sooner or later. And look at it, broke this resistance right here. It's been a train wreck. And congratulations if you listen to me in this bottom. That's the bottom that I was looking at and just held on to it to dear life. At some point, this is going to reverse. And that's when you kind of want to take an observation point. This should be on watch. I think it has to turn around at some point, but maybe after the holidays or after the election. Let's look at Google, our friend. Still in this area, I consider this a good area to buy. If you got it a couple of 3 days ago when I had mentioned it, I believe, it's going up. Even though it had kind of a weird day today, also a hanger, but the trend is going up. And this was a good area to buy. Be careful with this. It could also reject it up here.
What do you say about
But
this Google hanger?
yeah, it's a Google hanger here. So be careful. But it is near a floor. So you kind of have to be careful in terms of it could still continue.
Can we see it on the minute?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, look at this wick up here. That was crazy. It went back up here, surpassed it. So if you held on to it for some reason, if you didn't get out here and you just like, I'll see what happens, and somehow held on to dear life, you still had an opportunity actually to sell it even higher. Oh, interesting. So yeah, I think it's going to keep going because even with this, it just picked back up like crazy. Okay, so that's that in terms of the top, I guess 10 or 15. Let's take a look at the losers. Our favorito, Dollar Tree. Let's take a look at that. Went down 3%. Wow, what a beautiful short. If you had it from Friday, held on to it, fantastico. Fantastico. And there it is. As Miss Green put this line of demarcation, it went back up. Now it's going back down. That's the price to get it. But you have to wait to see if it breaks it. If it breaks it, wait to see if it hits the bottom. It could get back down here. See how it reversed from here, 62.25 around that area. But this is another thing to watch because it could hit the bottom. Let's see when was the last time it was over here. So this is, I believe this is COVID. This is COVID people. So 60.66 was the bottom in COVID, and you can see it hit it down here. 60.66. That's where you might want to get it at, between this little line here, 65 or so, 66. The price that I said, that's so be aware of this bottom, so then you can start potentially grabbing some, maybe not get a few, just get a few shares, just test it. And if it goes back down even further, don't panic. It will eventually, for the holidays, pick back up. So again, put this on the notes to continue watching our favorito, Dollar Tree. Roku, not very much interested, but I'll give you, it was, I guess, in our list, second place. Car, no need to harp on that. It's still on hard buy. This this particular stock is also kind of risky. You can see the bid and the ask is sometimes there's a big difference in the bid and the ask depending. Let's take a look at the Macy's. Um, we had gotten this around $11, and I won't get it until it's $11 or so. It hit this bottom right here, and this was November 2023. I If it's below 12, between let's say 10 and 12, I will consider it. But other than that, I'm not gonna really pay attention to it. It doesn't really move that much, and I have learned it's better to stick to things that move. It's better to stick to things that have power in them, that are really good. You're just kind of wasting a lot of time and a lot of stock when you can just maybe get less stock, but something that's very fundamentally sound and great, and that's going to move. Instead of getting like a million shares of this because it's cheap, just get fewer shares of some great stock like Apple or XOM, TNA, something like that. It's worth your time. This is just more frustration. Get this when there's a really, really low, when there's a good opportunity and you can get it at a really good price, and maybe you can put it in the back burner and watch it go up. You don't have to like even trade it. Let me see something that other catches my eye. Roku, Lucid, Uber, very interesting. We haven't looked at Uber in a minute, but I'm curious. Look at this big gap up. Had a big gap up. It could continue to go down maybe next couple of days too. Is this the top? Let's see. How far will it go? Oh, that's it. That's all-time highs, Leanna. People may want to consider this as well. I guess it went cray-cray for some reason. Was there any news on this? I'll try to investigate that, but it did go crazy on Friday, and then it had a mini down day today. So I'm curious as to why this happened. But it could go back down to the mean. So this could also be.
Maybe earnings are going to be good.
Let's see. When is Uber? 17 days, perhaps. Yeah. So that's something to note. Uh, All-time highs here. It could go back to the mean. So just wait for that hanger or just a reversal to start going down. It could go up a couple of days and then start going back down. XOM, let's see, it was negative today. Even though it had this like hammer, it was kind of strong. Even though it had a negative day, it looks very
It's
positive
so
too.
hard to buy.
I know it's on hard to buy. It could go down tomorrow because you saw, based on this, oil already dropped 2.78%. So yeah, interessante. Let me see, Amazon, 0.61%, not that bad. It's been chugging along, even though it had a red day today. It's at the every day's been going up. I think it's going to continue. Watch this resistance area. We want to see if it breaks this level for continuation. I'm going to show the SPY and the QQQ, and then that's it. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. So let's see. Look at the SPY all-time highs. Very, very strong. It broke this all-time high last Friday. So I guess it liked that resistance or whatever. Push past it. It's going to continue, but you have to be careful here. It's still it's a little bit further from the mean, but I think it's going to continue on this trajectory. Let's look at the Qs. Sorry, Qs. Same thing. This was a rejection area right here. Broke off of it. Looks strong. This is all-time highs. I think it's going to reach here 505, 503. So you just be on the lookout for that. This is a gap up. I think it's going to continue up. But again, be careful when it has, when you see some reversal signal. It is far away from the mean. Did we look at Meta? Let's look at Meta and Tesla. This one also had a hanger here, and it's red, very far away from the means. Let's look at Netflix. Somebody was
Can
in
we
Netflix.
see Meta on the minute chart just to see um, if it came down?
Yes, it did. Boom. And then basically after around 11 o'clock, it started its downward spiral. This is also a good one, hanger here. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's all I have. I hope that, again, you had a good day. Keep on trading. Don't give up. Stay positive. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Keep it moving. What I've learned is it's better to make a mistake, but keep at it. You're gonna get better and better. Try to stay consistent, and always trade with somebody that's gonna lift you up, and that will be a very good support system for you, because you want to be with folks around you that will motivate you to continue on this journey. This is a great way to make some money, and you always learn something new with this market. So that's all I have. Again, hit the like, hit the subscribe, put some comments in here, put some tickers, maybe something that you want or you're interested, or some topic that you guys want us to discuss. We'll probably take a look at it, and maybe do a little 5 minute summary or something. Or maybe next time we'll do a video like we used to on CNBC. Anyway, folks, thank you. Have a good night. Peace out.
NVDA short hanger for today. McDonald's short after election. Dollar Tree long term play for Dollar Tree. Uber had a big gap up,
Mm-hmm.
possibly good earnings. XOM possibly a short, and Meta had a hanger, possibly a short for tomorrow.
Oh, one more thing, guys. Uh, Bank of America has earnings this week, I believe. Hold on a second. And Netflix. One second. So those guys who are interested in Bank of America and Netflix, let me see. So Bank of America, one more day tomorrow before open, and Netflix
American Airlines is coming out.
and American Airlines, the airlines as well. So Netflix has earnings in 3 days. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Pay attention. And again, take it easy. Have a good one.